Good morning. How are you all? Welcome to Still Only 35 Cents and the Merry Monday Mailcall Show. It's great to have you with us. We're celebrating today. Some of you may have noticed we crossed the 2,000 subscriber barrier late last week, and we've just posted our giveaway. So if you haven't already, check out that video. I'll leave a link in the description when the show's over. But please feel free. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We've got a decent little package of books to give away, and there might be some surprises for some lucky winner or winners depending on how we go. So wanted to let everybody know about that. Thank you so much for all of the support. It's been absolutely brilliant, and it's been a hell of a journey, so I'm really enjoying it. Lots more to come, but thank you all very much for all of the support. It's been phenomenal. So thank you. Let's see who's in the chat before we get started. We have Bo. How are you, Bo? One of our channel members. If you haven't joined already, please consider doing that too. Channel memberships, all the proceeds go to the Hero Initiative, and we have a number of live shows and exclusives. We've got a couple coming at the moment. At the end of this week, we will have Back to the Drawing Board, our episode 4, where we will be doing a Warlock sketch for Izzyverse NYC, and we'll be making the draw for the next member sketch for the next show following that. So if you haven't already, have a consider joining and supporting the Hero Initiative. We've also got an interview with Ken Landgraf, the artist, Bronze Age artist, and he is the gentleman responsible for the first solo Wolverine story. So we've got an interesting chat with him, which we'll be publishing shortly as well, members only. So again, if you haven't already, please consider that. I will pop the screen up for you just briefly so that you have the details. Let me just grab that for you. There you go. Let me take Bo's comment off for just 1 second, and then you can see it clearly. As I say, we have live interviews with creators, so we're trying to line some of those up. We have a new show, which we haven't done yet, but is in the train, which is the Mega Members Mail Call Show, which will be an exclusive show, and Back to the Drawing Board, as mentioned. So if you haven't already, please consider that. And as you can see here, other members that are joined: Simple Simon, Brian LCS, Izzyverse NYC, Mad Spidey, Deadman Comic Cover Show, Rob Fat Stacks of Comics, and the aforementioned Omnibo. So great to have you with us, and thank you very much again for all of your support. Let's take that off and go back to the chat and see who else we have in this, which lovely people have joined us this morning. I did put a chat link, or did put the StreamYard link in the top. If anyone wants to join today, more than happy to have you on the show as well. We have Richard Westfall. It's great to see you. Been an age, my friend, so welcome back to the show. Good to have you. Cliff on Comics. Let's go. I will try and keep it tight so I don't overrun too much into your stream in, I think, 25 minutes. So, yeah, we'll see if we keep this one relatively short and tight, but there you have it. Cliff on Comics. If you haven't already, go and check his channel out. Who else do we have? JSS Brooklyn is in the house. Fantastic to see you too, sir. And I think we are up to date. No, we have Wayne as well. Wayne's here. How are you, Wayne? Great to see you. And there it is. There's Rob Fatstacks. Oh my God. Oh, Rob, thank you so much. That is very kind of you, sir. That is yes, I'm blown away by that. Thank you. That's the first time anyone's done anything like that. So thank you very much. That's going to go to the Hero Initiative as well. So thank you, mate. And yes, gives everyone a chance to join and maybe win a sketch this coming Friday, I think, for you guys in the US. So that's wonderful. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate it, and great to have you with us. What have I got for you this week? As you can see from the thumbnail, there is I did pick up a copy of the Red Hulk book. And I'll take you through that, but we'll take the normal route and give you the overhead view. So let's bring that up and let's switch. Oh, I never get this right. Wouldn't be this channel without teething issues, would it? There we go. So here's the pickups from this week. And as you can see here, this has been, I think, about 3 weeks as I was traveling in London. Came back, picked up all of these. I have actually now cancelled this book. I was ready to give Challenges of the Unknown a chance. It's not bad, but it's just not something I want to spend. Oh, is it like $8 over here for $8 for comic books? So a $3.99 cover price. Yeah, they sort of essentially double the price. I would like to say that. Thank you very much, Rob. So Cliff on Comics, Wayne, Heroes for Hire Comic Club, Canadian Survivalist, and Matt Like Comics all got memberships from Rob. So thank you so much, Rob. Again, awesome and just fantastic. Can't wait to welcome them on the next stream. And I will be pumping out some content so that they get good value out of that as well. So thank you very much. So if you haven't already read Challenges of the Unknown, a long history in the DC universe, I got into them purely because very long, convoluted story. There is a backup story in one of the Challenges of the Unknown books by Bernie Wrights, and so I bought that and then got into Challenges of the Unknown. They've never really sort of taken off, so it was a little bit of a tester. They did have some guest spots in terms of the Trinity in their first issue, and I think Mr. Terrific in the second one from memory. But yeah, I think I'm going to just hold off on it for now for issue 3. But still, I actually like that cover. So nice cover. Absolute Batman 5. Trying to complete this one. This first arc runs for 6 issues. So I'll probably stop collecting this at issue 6. So I've got the first arc in the storyline. But I've been enjoying it. It's an interesting take. It's certainly be fascinating to see if they actually do anything with it longer term. Batman does look a little bit interesting on this cover. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. Looks like he's been eating a few too many cheeseburgers, but you know, he's still hyper violent. He's still the Batman of sorts that we all know and love. So we'll give that till issue 6 and see how we go with that. Same with Wonder Woman, which has been the surprise to me because I think that book is probably, I don't know, I feel like that it was overshadowed by Batman and actually is a really interesting take on Wonder Woman. So happy to get that one in. So that's issue 5. Again, I'll be running that to issue 6. The same with Superman 2. I've ordered the other Absolute titles when they come out. So I think I'll just get the whole stack of the new titles as they come through, finish them off on the first arc, and one and done. But yeah, I think interesting takes. Whether or not they end up on the big screen or not is irrelevant, but I think the stories have been interesting at the very least. Talking of interesting stories, some of you know, and I will keep badgering everybody on this, Nice House by the Sea, follow up to the first series, Nice House by the Lake. James Tynan the Fourth. This title just continues to impress me. I just think it's the perfect package, a great horror sci-fi title, and really does explore it. Very character driven, which is the thing that I love as well. You'll see here all of these little sigils at the top here, which relate to the 12. So 12 issues, but I think there's 12 people in the house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 10. Tell a lie. And each of these issues focuses on one of them, and essentially you sort of understand and get to know the characters and their motivations. It's, as I say, it's a very deep, complex issue, and you can see here the sort of light of the Earth being destroyed in the background there, which gives you some hint of how apocalyptic this tale actually is. But a great book. If you haven't already, check out either Nice House by the Lake or Nice House by the Sea. Nice House by the Sea is still ongoing, still got another 6 issues to go. We've got Hyde Street, issue 4, featuring the Matinee Monster. This series continues to impress me. It's one that I always love reading this. Jeff Johns is, for me, just his take on horror is just really clever, and what he does with this matinee monster is very good. It also opens up a whole heap of other characters in here that were either featured in a previous issue or in the special, which was Devour. So they're really, he's clearly planned this meticulously. And as I say, if you're not reading Hyde Street, I'd urge you to get onto that one as well. It's a fabulous read. The art on it as well by Ivan Reis is fantastic. Each issue does not disappoint. Just a great book. So if you haven't already, check out Hyde Street. I did pick up a copy of Ultimate Wolverine, so I'm on this title. I love the concept of Wolverine as the Winter Soldier. So a great new look for him, and we'll see what happens with that one. It's just a fascinating take on the character, and the art's really good, and I just think that the Ultimate titles seem to be, that and Spider-Man seem to be going really well. We also have Christina Payne in the chat too. Great to see you, Christina. It was lovely to see you at the weekend Mad Spidey's stream, so great to have you here as well, as always. In fact, we have both of our moderators in the chat today, Richard and Christina, so I've got double powered blue wrenches at the ready. So if there are any questions or we need to share links for everyone, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to do that. So thank you and welcome. And then this Red Hulk issue 1. I managed to pick up this foil variant. Now, I've got a real thing for when it's a first issue like this, I love these foil variants. And I'm glad that the scratch that looked like it was on the book is actually on the bag. But they are absolutely beautiful. And this one in particular, I love the way that the Hulk is, or Red Hulk is coming towards you, and the white outline really does strike. And the nice thing is if you look closely, the eyes have got the foil, so you get a really interesting effect on that. The other thing that I love is the beautiful foily Red Hulk on the back as well. And I think I had a Werewolf by Night, very similar. So when they do this, very clean looking, beautiful book, and actually read through the story, it's pretty intense as well, like pretty good. So part of the One World Under Doom storyline, and just, yeah, again, art pretty good. This scene in particular was very reminiscent of Immortal Hulk, or the classic mirror shot. But yeah, it starts off pretty intense with him transforming into Red Hulk and destroying the plane that he's on. So it's reasonably dark, which I was quite surprised at. So yeah, if you haven't already, grab a copy of Red Hulk, give it a go, see what you think. Particularly if you can find this very, very pretty looking foil. Absolutely loving it. Let me slide this back in so that we don't get the book damaged. Always a pain to get these back in, especially when you've got tape, which I should never have put. Well, I didn't put that on. They put that on at All Star Comics. This gives you a sense. $20 on Australian shekels. That's about $3 now. I'm joking. It's about $12.50, I think, would be in terms of US. But yes, beautiful foil. I'm sure you can find it for cheaper in the US. Captain UK is here as well. I do have a little bit of UK for you today, not major amounts, but yeah, a little bit of UK. So welcome, Captain UK. Always a pleasure to see you as well. Speaking of Hulk, another recent pickup. I'm trying to get this 2012 Jason Aaron run as well. So managed to pick a couple of these up relatively cheap. Let's just have a look how much near mint copies, or near mint plus copies. Managed to pick up issue 12 and issue 13. Really like the covers on this run. So yeah, looking to grab that and finish off that run as well. So I thought that would be a nice one to go alongside the Hulk there. I'm not sure if I showed this, but this is one of my pickups from the UK. This was from Gosh Comics. It cost me £3. Very, very nice condition. I managed to pick up a copy of Judge Dredd issue 16, Brian Bolland cover with Angel Fink in the mix. As I say, it doesn't look like your standard Brian Bolland cover. The ink works slightly looser than he would normally do, but still a fantastic book to pick up for £3. And yes, it's in really nice shape. And again, I love picking these up, these 2000 ADs or these Judge Dredds, because the original art on these were always uncolored, so they're black and white. So it's a real nice way to be able to pick these up and basically see how they were supposed to be colored or would be colored if they had actually got colored in the original 2000 AD. As you can see here, written by John Wagner. Love that sort of almost poster-like splash page there of the Fink with his little ratty, but it's very like green coloring on Fink himself, and the art's fantastic by Mike Mahone. I always get his name wrong, but yeah, Mike Mahone, another classic Judge Dredd artist. And as you can see here, it's just really nice seeing this reprinted and recolored in this format. And again, the magazine format, we can give you a sense of the size, the difference between a regular 2000 AD and the standard comic size. So you can see here, there's a slight reduction. So you get a little bit of extra detail for your money. And as I say, the art beautifully drawn and really well colored, especially this piece here where the whole scene turns red because they're in this meat processing plant. And then you finish with Night of the Blood Beast, which is a Gary Leach art, and again recolored from what you would see in the original 2000 AD. And then another Brian Bolland preview there for issue 17. So as I mentioned, I'm looking to pick up this whole run where I can, particularly the Brian Bolland covers, so I can get that completed. So great to see. I forgot to mention Heroes for Hire Club in the chat as well. So welcome as well. I think you won one of those amazing memberships from Rob. So congratulations and welcome to the chat. Yes, 2000 AD is awesome. And as I say, if you haven't already, check out the giveaway stream. There is a big batch of books from 2000 AD, which I thought was apt considering our 2000 subscriber mark. So thank you very much. Let's pop this back away and I'll show you what else I have in the mix. I was very kindly sent Spider-Man 2099 by Son of Crom, which came as part of an AOK from I think it was from Nate at Hoyer Comics. He sort of very kindly sent that along. So yes, this beautiful newsstand copy of Spider-Man 2099 issue 1, which he very kindly sent to me, which I'm super impressed and thank you so much. Great book. If Rick Leonardi is at Heroes or WonderCon, I'll be taking this along to get signed by him. I already have a 9/8 direct edition signed by him, but this is in beautiful shape. So such a great, thoughtful AOK, knowing how much I love the character and also Rick Leonardi. So this one will be one. And again, more foily goodness for you. But then he also sent across a couple of other issues. So he sent 2 copies of issue 4 with the specialist. I think the first appearance of the specialist is both the newsstand and the direct edition. So very thoughtful there. I think he knows my collecting habits, which is I have to get both, or at least all the variants I can possibly find. I think there's an Australian price variant for this as well. So I'll be on the hunt for that one. But yes, newsstand bangers. And in fact, all three are newsstands, Rob. Let me just bring that up. Newsstand banger. Yes, indeed. And very lucky to have been AOK'd the 3 newsstands. So we've actually got part 16 or issue 16, part 1 of the Fall of the Hammer series, alongside that issue 4 with the newsstand and the direct. So really good. Rick Leonardi will be at Heroes. Perfect. This book is coming along with me. I will put it alongside your book. Oh, well, actually, I'm seeing you next week, so I don't need to. I'll save this one for Heroes specifically. So once again, thank you, Son of Crom. Katie's here too. Hi, Katie. Great to see you. Hope you're well. I'm looking forward to your show later today. So if you haven't already, go on to K-Pop's YouTube and check that out. How are we running? So we're 20 minutes in. I'll share this with you next. I'm not going to crack these open. But this came through. I bought this batch from, I think, from John at Bronze and Modern Gods. And I just, no one was claiming it. And I thought, you can never have too much Moon Knight. And so I thought, I'll just buy some more. So I can go through my collection and just work out which are undercopies versus really. These are all beautifully presenting. So keep that in mind when you look through them. And what I'm going to be doing is whatever's left, I will pull together a little Moon Knight set, which I'll probably give away on the Mega Members Mail Call stream. Because I love my Moon Knight and I have quite a number of them. So I think it's time to share some of that Moon Knight love with everyone else. So that is a promise to all of you that I will be doing that on the Mega Members Mail Call Show at some point for all of you Moon Knight fans. So let's go through what we got here. So we got issue 2. Great Bill Sienkiewicz cover here. And as you can see, this is in excellent condition. So very happy with the grade there. Another Bill Sienkiewicz cover here on Moon Knight issue 4. Gentlemen, I think this is the first appearance of the committee. Whether or not we ever see them on anything, but yes, it is the first appearance of the committee. Issue 5, again, more great Bill Sienkiewicz art on that. I just love. I was a real fan of Bill Sienkiewicz as he was at this era when he took on New Mutants and was doing Moon Knight. This is a beautiful cover. I've always liked this cover. Just fabulous painted cover of Moon Knight. Norum, the artist, beautiful cover, that one. Again, another Bill Sienkiewicz one. I always think this cover in particular, I'll try and get a better shot for you. I always think this cover, and correct me if I'm wrong, does that look like he's playing guitar? I always think that the axes of the characters running towards him, it looks like he's doing air guitar and he's got a guitar. Or maybe it's just me. But nevertheless, it's always an interesting cover from Bill Sienkiewicz. So it's great. Heroes for Hire. Love the art in the old Moon Knight comics. Absolutely. That's part of the reason why I just bought them again, because you can never go wrong, and they're always great to have in the collection. Issue 9. So we're skipping issue 8. Issue 10. Issue 11. This one, for some reason, I seem to always get copies of this one in particular. Another Bill Sienkiewicz cover, the last 3. I think that one might be Frank Miller, actually. Yes. So issue 9 is a Frank Miller cover. And you can tell that straight away by, let's have a look at the detail of the Moon Knight. So you can see classic Frank Miller there with his little signature down just there. And then this is a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. You can tell straight away on that one. Another Bill Sienkiewicz cover for the Mardi Gras cover. This one has got a little bit of price to it, surprisingly. First appearance or first meetup, I believe, of Daredevil and Moon Knight. Ron Wilson cover there. And yeah, that's still features the Jester, I think, as the villain. But yeah, classic book, which when I've had it and I've done comic conventions and actually been selling, this one just went straight out the door. So obviously with the new Moon Knights with Daredevil series, and there's also a rumor that he might actually be appearing in the show. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that one. But there is a rumor that Moon Knight will return now in Midnight Suns movie rather than a second season of Moon Knight. So I'm quite excited to see that, and he would be the main character in that instance. So let's see how we go with Midnight Suns. I've got spec on both Moon Knight and Midnight Suns, so if either one of those projects come off, then yeah, I think we'll be okay. We've got a Dennis Cowan cover here for Moon Knight 16, so jumps from 13 to 16, guest starring The Thing. Issue 18. This is I'll take this one out for you so you can see it. This is the thing that happened with Moon Knight. It was direct edition very early on. Look at that. So full gatefold cover. So it didn't have as many ads, and they did a lot of previews on the back of the book. And so yeah, it's an interesting one because as you go through towards the end, it stops. They start promoting the issues much more, so you get previews for the next issue on the back covers, less ads because they were direct edition. But yeah, Alone against the Slayers Elite. That's issue 18. Issue 19 against Arsenal. Again, Bill Sienkiewicz cover, very interesting from Bill Sienkiewicz. Love the little poster with all his stats and his special tools. He's got a high intensity headlamp ready for action in case the lights go off. A nunchucker, modified shotgun, grenades, protective helmet, and a concealed garrote. So Arsenal is well armed and 6'4" and 220 pounds. So in case you ever meet him in a dark alley, he's got a flashlight, so he'll be able to see you. So don't worry about that. This cover, beautiful. Again, Bill Sienkiewicz, issue 20. Love that one. So great to have that. And then two more. Issue 22, another Bill Sienkiewicz one with all three of the personas coming at Moon Knight. So that one I always think is an interesting cover for Moon Knight fans. So again, issue 22. And again, look at the condition. These not a single spine tick in sight. So congratulations to John for grading so well. And this one just came in randomly with it. So I think, I'm not sure who's actually signed this, but this is Moon Knight issue 1 from I think 2012. I think. Chat, keep me honest. Let's check the indicia here. Decent looking copy. 2006. So Charlie Houston is the writer, David Finch is the penciler. I'm trying to work out whose signature that is. I'm not sure if it's Finch. If it is, then that's one heck of a book to have picked up. But I haven't checked out yet that signature. So if you do know, leave a note in the comments or in the chat. Love to know. But regardless, a signed book, never going to complain. And to get the issue 1 of that run, unfortunately, that might send me down another rabbit hole and I have to finish that one as well. But yeah, beautiful signature placement. You actually don't notice it unless you know there's a sig on there. So I will follow up and find out what that is. But for now, that's Moon Knight number 1. And then for Captain UK, I thought I'd share this with you all. This This is from 2nd of November 1968. This is Smash and Pow, when all of their fantastic, terrific, all of their books came together into one title, because they couldn't support all of the different titles. So for those of you who don't know, Terrific and Fantastic were essentially first prints of a lot of the Marvel stories before Marvel UK launched. Now, bear in mind, Marvel UK launched in 1972. So set up by Stan Lee as an arm for the US office. Prior to that, they had syndicated the rights to various different companies. I think this Fantastic Terrific, they reprinted a lot, and then this would go out. So this came in from a UK auction house. Was in with a whole bunch of random books, but I didn't realize, and I was like, oh, these are just cartoon books, right? So you can see here, they're just your standard UK cartoon fare, right? But it's when you read, it's got Pow, which originally had the first reprints of Spider-Man in the UK, and also incorporating Fantastic, which had already absorbed Terrific. So if you go through here, you find a whole bunch of these sort of, this is Oddham's Press from 1968. But inside, you get a mix of very strange stories. Cartoons, then you get The King of the Ring, an original UK story. Percy's Pets, Brian's Brain, again, another original story. And then, lo and behold, we just get Fantastic Four. The Wedding of Reed and Sue, and reprinted in huge size, as you can see. So let's, again, just give you a sense of a comic book versus this. So yes, I've got black and white Fantastic Four, and as you can see, the difference with the way Marvel UK did it versus how our colleagues at Oddham's Press, there's no zipper tone here. You'll notice it's pure black and white ink work. So great to see and great to have this. And as you can see here, they've done some interesting stuff with the way that they've cut the panels out. So you get this Sue Storm, Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, Human Torch, alongside the strips. So they've cut the strips out and replaced them as they went. So it's an interesting way to have the book presented. So I might scan these and put these on Instagram and Facebook for everyone to sort of enjoy, because it's quite an interesting one. So you just get the 3 pages of the Fantastic Four. Then you get another bad penny. And then we get Superman and Batman. Again, no rhyme, no reason. Superman and Batman story. Not sure which one this is originally from. And it's 2 pages. Purely 2 pages of Superman and Batman. And then you get Destination Danger. And I think that might be it for the Marvel and DC. Oh, no, tell a lie. Then we get the Mighty Thor. So the Growing Man and the Mighty Thor. This fantastic. So again, I can't get rid of these now simply because they have these in them. Not going to go nuts trying to collect any more of them, but it is fascinating to see them reprinted in this prior to Marvel UK starting. But I think for a little while this was how a lot of the UK Marvel stuff was presented. But it's great to have it in the mix. And as I say, there's your first issue. Oh, got the Spectre as well. So again, a real mix. Quite the decent, got a lot of value for your 7 pence in those days. And JSS Brooklyn, of course you'd have the information, sir. Thank you so much. Dave, that Moon Knight one is signed by Charles Houston, and it may be a retailer copy of some sort, but I don't think so. Ah, nice book. I will have to check that out. That is absolutely, yeah, again. Also, it's written by it's signed by the writer. That's great. Fantastic stuff. I only just realized why I'm so much more Marvel than I've only why I only just realized why I'm so more Marvel than DC. We had Marvel UK, no DC version. That's true. That is very true. I think that's exactly it. We had very little DC in the UK. And welcome, second best Bob. I didn't see you in there. We also have Ronnie Johnston as well. Welcome, and thank you for enjoying the Only Slabs. Well, yes, I had a great time with Rob and Chris. Apart from my internet issues, which we don't seem to be struggling with today. I think the rain, for some reason, we had bad rain here yesterday, and it just kept causing no end of issues. Let's have a quick look at what's inside this other copy. So as you can see, oh, look at that. So really love these. And again, it's one of those where I think it'd be nice to sort of print like these pages, because I love this representing of the original material with these sort of little, character sketches by the side. And there's a great one of the Thing there. So yeah, I think these are just a nice little way to end the show today. Give you a sense of what it was like in the 60s in the UK, and how we got our comic books. And again, we've got Superman and Batman, 2 pages of story. So they really stretched it out. But great to see that. And I think we still should have more. There's the Spectre again. Do we have any more Thor, or did they kill it off? No, we're back again. Look at that. Just beautiful presentation of how they're doing it. So you've got the original cover image. So you did get some decent, Jack. You've got this great Jack Kirby art presented on newsprint. Just fantastic. What else do we have? Let's have a quick look. And then we'll call it a day. It's been an absolute joy going through these. And I'd forgotten I'd had these, and I picked them up last minute, wanting to share them with you all. And I'd forgotten just how interesting they were. Here we go. Fantastic Four in Bedlam at the Baxter Building. Again, you can see representing how that story comes to play, and a great Human Torch one there. Let's see who else. I've got Sue Storm and the Thing. Again, just lovely ways to present it. I think I'm going to look at these as little posters because they're fantastic. Might scan them in. Never seen these before. Very cool. We do not have stuff like that in the States. No, well, this is my point. It's so good. Wayne, my dad used to read these. If you've got any, go and find them. Go and dig them out because they're so interesting. Not so keen on all of the sort of cartoony stuff, but seeing this reprinted the way it is, really happy. And they've got some really interesting stories. There's Lord of the Apes. So Scottish guy who manages a herd of apes. Great story. Devil of the Deep, and here's our mighty Thor again. And they are promoting the Fantastic Annual, which I do have somewhere. Not here, it would appear. But yes, I have the Fantastic Annual, which is that one with the Iron Man, where he's coloured in white and red. Very, very strange stuff. I remember my first favourite cover in the UK was Monster Fun. I've never seen an issue of that forever. I don't even know Monster Fun. I've been collecting Scream, for those of you who know what Scream is. Just picked up a full run of that, so looking forward. There's only 15 issues, and it features some work by, I think, from the usual, so 2018 Mob, but also Alan Moore, and it was well loved for its 15-issue run. And I also picked up a whole set of Eagles as well, which I'll be covering in a late show. And there it is again, Superman and Batman. Let's see if we can find another Thor story, or have they called that? Oh, Thor is officially dropped. So looks like that was the last Thor issue. No, The Mystery of Replicas should be in this issue, but it doesn't look like Thor. Oh no, tell a lie. There it is. Mystery of Replicas. We just covered it. I just skimmed over because I'm used to him being at the back of this book. There it is. Who is Replicas? Again, look at that. Nice little image of Thor to the side. And there's one there. Just nice to see these little Jack Kirby illustrations beside the main story. Let's see how long this Batman and Superman story keeps going on for. Here it is, still going strong. 2 pages. That's all you get for your money. But they are in a comic book. Superman, Batman, and Robin. And then Fantastic Four. Bedlam at the Baxter Building continues. With Thing giving a little reprisal of the story, and there's another interstitial, and then the wedding of Reed and Sue. So fantastic. And then let's see what's in this last issue. This is from the 30th of November 1968. So I don't know if we have anything in this one. We'll have a look. Oh, there we go. The Scourge of the Super Skrull. Another great piece there. So we've got a Thor story. We've got Superman and Batman continuing. And I think that's when they dropped the Fantastic Four, or maybe lost the rights to the Fantastic Four at that point. Oh, no, they're back. Right at the back. Defeated by the Frightful Four. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It's a real interesting one for me. As I say, I'll keep these. Need to find. I think I'll put them in treasury bags. To be honest, they're pretty big, and keep them sorted. So love having those. It's been a pleasure seeing you all today. I'm going to make myself big and say hi to everyone. So thank you all for joining. We've had a couple of extra people drop in towards the end. So Matt Likes Comics. I think I hadn't said hello to you, and Heroes for Hire Comic Club as well. So thank you all for joining, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. We're back next week, and we will be drawing, or we'll be announcing the winner of that giveaway. So if you haven't checked out that giveaway video, please do get yourself in to possibly win. And I'll also look forward to seeing you on Friday or Saturday, depending on the time, for Back to the Drawing Board, where we'll be drawing Adam Warlock for Izzyverse and drawing the next winner from our new pool of members. So thank you all for joining. Take care. If you haven't already, jump over and join Cliff on the stream, and we will see you all very soon. Take care, everyone.